beyond the mountain, Indian drum that you can't hear. There are drums beyond the mountain, and they're getting mighty near.
Since time immemorial, the Methow or Methow people have called this place home. During this season 2 of Notes from the Center, we will explore the first people of the Methow Map, the first of its kind that shows the deep time relationship of the people in this place, through illustrating some of the places that the Methow people utilized historically and still do to this day. During this year-long series of monthly videos, we will learn a little bit about the places and culture of this amazing watershed, visiting some of these sites, from the confluence of the Methow and the Columbia Rivers to the spires towering above Washington Pass. And welcome to the Methow Valley Interpretive Center's Notes from the Center. I'm excited to introduce you to Season 2, where we will focus on First Peoples of the Methow. For this first episode, here we are at the Methow Monument in what is now known as Pateros. Historically, this was called Ives Landing, and before that, there was an indigenous name, which I cannot remember, so please pardon that. This place has historically been a very important village site. There were large encampments of Methow descendants here, likely throughout the year, definitely in the winter months. This was a place for people to come out of the frigid and cold Methow Valley proper, gather here for the winter, share stories and food, and gather together as a tribe. Behind us, we see the Columbia River, which has now been impounded by the Wells Dam built in the 1960s. But prior to that, there was a big rapid downriver here called the Methow Rapid. That was an important fishing site, and boats were actually pulled through it and connected up this way by a long rope or chain. Also, underneath the waters are many different pictograph sites that have been covered up, many other sacred sites, and including people's homelands. Everything we see here is the homeland of the Methow people. As you can see behind me, Smoker Marchand's depiction of a Native American man fishing from horseback, an important method for catching salmon, sacred salmon. Other methods included setting up weirs, setting up nets, and spearing them. They were then brought to shore, and everybody partook in the sacred ceremonies around salmon, drying, preserving them for harder times, and of course, enjoying them. I want to welcome you down here to Pateros, to the Methow Monument. You can learn about salmon, you can learn about the first allotments, you can learn a bit more about the Methow people. You can see some of the pictographs along this walkway over here. So please come, enjoy yourself. To this day, Methow descendants still gather here annually when they can to have a salmon bake. Thank you. White Ihi Put. That's all.